Good morning. A masked gunman is reported to have opened fire at a premiere of the new Batman film in the United States. A hospital in Denver says around 20 people were injured.
A local radio station is reporting that some people have been killed, but there has been no official confirmation. The gunman is also said to have set off a tear gas bomb during a showing of The Dark Knight Rises in the suburb of Aurora.
Well, these are pictures from the scene at what is local time 3 a.m. Just outside the mall in which that movie's cinema saw this crisis unfold. We're going to talk, as we watch these pictures, to Tracy Wise from the medical centre of Aurora, the suburb of Denver, where all this is taking place. Tracy, thank you very much for joining us. Tell us what's happening.
Well, right now we have seen a variety of patients come into the hospital. We've been seeing them for well over an hour. We've had casualties coming in with a variety of different injuries, less critical to pretty severe.
So these are patients who were otherwise just trying to watch a movie. What are they saying about what happened?
You know, we don't have any reports from the patients at this time. I haven't had the opportunity to speak with them. We've got a lot of family members coming in. We're getting a lot of reports from the police about this situation out there, but we haven't information from the patients yet.
And the injuries that you're seeing, these are gunshot injuries?
Yes, primarily we're seeing gunshot wounds at this time.
And what kind of preparations do you make when you are told of police of an incident of this scale?
Well, the Medical Center of Aurora has a lot of precautions in place and preparations and standards in place to deal with a crisis like this. We have called in extra security. We have set up facilities and extra rooms for families and visitors coming into the hospital. We are controlling, helping the patients and the families within the hospital, controlling that setting for them by having the hospital on lockdown right now so that people from the public can't come in. You've got to be coming in to see a patient. And so our first priority, of course, is to protect the safety of the patients, keep their families and visitors comfortable, and protect our employees. And so we're doing that, and that's the first priority while we get everybody stable.
And Tracy, obviously we are a long way away from you here. We're telling people that this is Denver, Colorado, and what we were calling a suburb called Aurora. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about the kind of place this happened.
Aurora is a suburb of Denver, Colorado. It's just outside the main city, the downtown Denver. It's a pretty populated area. It's very growing. It's a dynamic area. There's a lot of industry and a lot of new companies in the town with the environmental programs going on. And so it's a well-populated area. And I'm not surprised at this point that the theaters were full, which is my assumption that they were full for this midnight showing. There's just it's right outside of Denver, and there's a lot of population out here.
And what about, can you confirm at all injuries from or effect from smoke or tear gas? Because this is something else that has been reported, that apart from the gun attack, there was a tear bomb or a smoke bomb. Are you seeing that at all?
Yes, I have heard that is one of the things that happened. We heard that from Aurora PD. I can't confirm at this point that we have any of those patients in the hospital, but I'll be getting a little bit more of that information in the next couple minutes. But I have been told that there has been tear gas and gunfire at the theater.
And so, Tracy, how many more patients have you been told to expect at this point?
You know, I don't know that number right offhand. We're expecting more walk-ins that were not brought over by ambulance, that were not brought into the ED by ambulance. So we're expecting a continued flow of patients throughout the next hour or so.
And it sounds, Tracy, as though several of the local hospitals have been put on standby. You're not the only people preparing to receive injured.
Yes, that is correct. I can confirm that there's at least 2 other hospitals in the local area that are receiving patients, also in with a variety of conditions.
Tracy Wise, thank you very much for joining us, and we're going to go over now to one of those other hospitals, because I hope anyway, as we watch these pictures from the scene, that we can talk to Jackie Montgomery of University of Colorado Hospital. Jackie, what's happening with you?
Hi there. At this moment, the University of Colorado Hospital has about 20 patients. They have various levels of injury, all gunshot wound injury from minor to severe.
So presumably you had a call some time ago to warn you to prepare and get ready for a number of people coming to you. Perhaps you can describe what happened through the course of the evening.
Sure. At about 1 a.m. Mountain Time, we started receiving word that we'd be receiving patients, and pretty much right after that, that's what happened, and we've been taking care of them. Our focus has been taking care of the patients and their families and making sure the families have the information they need to get updates on their loved ones.
Are you able to tell us anything about the kind of age range of the people that you're seeing? Was this mostly young people?
No, it's we have a handful, majority is adults, and we have a handful of teenagers.
And you said that they have a variety of gunshot wounds.
Correct. It ranges from minor to severe injury.
And what kind of treatment are you giving to those people?
Well, at the moment, they're all being assessed in the emergency room, and if any are needing surgery, we're making preparations to do that.
Just to give us a sense, Jackie, of the challenge that this imposes for you, you started, as you say, getting these calls at about 1 a.m. Your time. Presumably at that point you scramble your accident and emergency medics from their beds. They're going to have to start rushing in.
Well, I think the emergency department is always prepared for a large number of patients at any time. However, with this number, we're able to call in our backups and make sure we have the staff necessary to take care of anybody who shows up.
And this, no doubt, a very shocking incident, although the details at the moment pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I actually have no details about the incident itself. So, our hearts go out to the family and the patients, and we're just making sure that they're getting the care they need as far as the University of Colorado Hospital is concerned.
Yes, you mentioned that families are already at the hospital with you, are they?
They are. Mm-hmm.
And you have a specialist support team, or you're trying to keep them informed, I suppose, is the key thing for them to know what's going on?
Sure, we're providing as much information as we can, but also counseling and spiritual support for them at this time. If anybody needs that, it's available.
OK, Jackie, we're very grateful for your time. What I know is a very difficult evening. Jackie Montgomery there from the University of Colorado Hospital.
Well, of course, all of this happening from 12:30 a.m. Local time, which is about 8:30 a.m. our time. Local TV have just interviewed an eyewitness from the movie theatre, so let's listen to what they had to say about what happened.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't want to upset anybody by anything that I say, but I just don't feel like anybody should be kept in the dark about what happened. The witness that was in Theater 9 was a young woman. She was talking to me. I had asked her what theater she was in, and she said 9, and I just asked her if she saw anything or if anything happened. What she described, at first I didn't translate it quite well. It sounded like madness to me. She said that a man about 6 feet tall, taller than her, kicked through the door, and he was in like she said, a riot helmet. She said had a bulletproof vest on. She said that he was completely covered in all black with goggles. And she said that after that point, when she saw that he was holding a shotgun, her and her boyfriend dropped to the floor and just kind of started to crawl to see if they could get away. They got up and they started to run through the emergency exit. She said that when she turned around, all she saw was the guy slowly making his way up the stairs and just firing at people, just picking random people.
So
That very dramatic account there from somebody who, although himself not an eyewitness to what had happened, had spoken directly to an eyewitness and confirming other reports that we have had from inside the movie theatre about an attacker dressed in body armour and wearing a helmet of some description or headgear of some description with a shotgun. So that the latest from the scene in the suburb of Aurora outside Denver, where this attack in a movie theatre showing of The Dark Knight Rises suddenly broke out at 12:30 a.m. local time, and now just after 3 a.m. Local time, as we've been hearing from the 3 medical centres that we've spoken to, patients arriving, all the victims of gunshot wounds.
We understand that one person is in police custody and reports that they may be searching for another attacker, although, as we heard in that report of what went on, that was only mention of one person who'd been involved in the shooting, but police potentially may have launched a manhunt for another attacker. That yet to be confirmed.
So we'll leave events in Denver for a few moments and turn